What's up, guys? I am Rachel Photon. Welcome back. I'm so happy to be here with you all today. In this reading, we're going to see what the universe wants you to know. Remember, you all, not everything may resonate with you. I hope y'all have been feeling fabulous. All right, y'all. Let's see what the universe wants you to know. Oh, a beautiful way to start this reading, you all. So you are being told by the universe that you are definitely worthy of unconditional love. Some of you all could have been dealing with situations where you may have been dealing with individuals that may want you to feel like you are not worthy, like you are not welcome, like you are not powerful, like you are not lovable, like you are not what you are, okay? And the divine wants to remind you that you are worthy of unconditional love. You could have been showing this to somebody recently, okay? You could have been showing somebody that they are worthy, that they are valuable, that they are appreciated, okay? Someone sees you as worthy. Someone sees you as more than you may see yourself at times, okay? You may have been dealing with things in your past where people may have wanted you to feel like in order to receive love or affection or attention, you had to do certain things, you had to act in certain ways, you had to think in certain ways that just isn't true, okay? If those individuals put all of those terms, agreements, conditions onto you in order for you to receive genuine, true love, they're most likely not meant for you. They're most likely not meant to be in your life, okay? I do see here that you have been very courageous recently, all right? Or someone may be wanting you to know that you are worthy to help inspire you to be more courageous, okay? There's something that you have been doing that for a lot of people takes a lot of endurance, and you have been able to overcome and deal with a lot of difficult situations. Your courage is significant. Something may have required you to be courageous or to have courage in dealing with it, okay? This could be breaking some sort of generational curse of some sort. This could have something to do with doing something that you may have been conditioned in your past to believe that if you did do it, you would not receive love, or you would not receive attention, affection, it's like you've something has occurred that has empowered you tremendously. It has given you some sort of courage, or you have been tapping into your inner courage, and this is allowing you to gain the strength, the power, the ability to deal with and overcome anything that may come your way. This may have something to do with a psychic journey that you've been on recently. This may have something to do with utilizing your psychic gifts or your psychic abilities. There may be individuals that want you to doubt your psychic gifts or your psychic abilities. They may want you to feel like you're in a constant state of chaos and conflict, so that you're not capable of tapping into these psychic gifts or these psychic abilities. They know that when you're tapping into these psychic gifts and these psychic abilities that you have an unlimited amount of courage and endurance to overcome and to deal with whatever comes your way. Your psychic gifts and your psychic abilities may help you to know who is worthy of your unconditional love and who is not. I see here that you're very powerful and gifted at knowing who is worth your time, who is worth your energy, who is worth your love, and who is not. You have some sort of gifts and abilities that the divine is reminding you of. That you may need to tap into, or that you may need to value more. You may not realize how valuable they actually are, but you're going to, or you have recently. This could have something to do with unconditional love as well. You may help to heal people with your unconditional love, or the unconditional love that you have for yourself has helped you to overcome very difficult situations. It's helped you to overcome mind control and mental programming of some sort. Or there could be a key to something dealing with your unconditional love for others and for yourself. You are worthy of loving yourself unconditionally. You're being reminded by the divine that that is your right. It is your right to love yourself unconditionally. It is your right to not abuse yourself, to not talk crazy to yourself, to not down yourself. It is your right to uphold and uplift yourself. You're meant to do that. Don't let other people make you feel like you're wrong when you give yourself the unconditional love that you were always meant to give yourself. For a lot of you all, giving yourself the unconditional love that you may had not received from certain individuals that you should have received it from, that is going to be something that will help you to unlock more of your divine gifts and abilities. There may be individuals who may know this about you, or they may know this about people, that the more that people give themselves unconditional love, the more powerful they become, the more prosperous they become, the more successful they become. I'll give you an example of this. A lot of people always wonder, why do narcissists tend to become so successful? Why do people who are self-absorbed and almost to a evil standpoint, why do they tend to gain so much success? And see, the thing is, we are meant to give ourselves unconditional love. We are meant to love ourselves and uphold ourselves and look out for ourselves and defend ourselves and protect ourselves. But the difference between us and those others who do it for narcissistic evil reasons is just that. They do it for narcissistic evil reasons. But the divine, the universe doesn't necessarily distinguish between the two. It just sees unconditional love for oneself. Okay? And so I'm not necessarily saying to be selfish, but I am saying that you are being reminded or told or encouraged to give yourself the same amount, if not more, unconditional love that you give to others. It's almost like for some of you all, you're very harsh on yourself, okay? And you shouldn't be. But at the same time, you do want to make sure that you're operating at certain levels, that you keep certain rules and regulations for yourself, right? That are good for you, that are beneficial for you, that help you. But don't do the work of the enemy on yourself. Because for some of y'all, that could be what somebody is wishing for you or hoping for you to do the work of the enemy on yourself, so that that's less work that the enemy has to do. You're being told to be courageous, to value that courage that you have within yourself. Because it's almost like for some of y'all, you could have dealt with certain situations in your life where you almost shied away from that courageous spirit within yourself. That fearlessness that you've had since you were a child. That childlike sense of fearlessness is extremely valuable to tap into and to harness. But not from an ignorant, unaware, closed-minded standpoint. No, you still need to be aware of what you're doing with that childlike spirit of fearlessness. This is extremely powerful for you. It will help give you the endurance that you need, if you don't have it, to get through whatever it is that you are dealing with. To get through difficult, tough situations. It's almost like, for some of you all, you have to act like you've never been hurt. You have to act like you've never experienced failure. You have to act like you don't have enemies. But at the same time, you can't be ignorant to that fact, right? You can't be stupid either, right? You have to know there are people out there who may see you and be envious, jealous, or spiteful of you, or who may see the potential in you that you're not able to see. But at the same time, you have to act like you've never been hurt before. You have to act like, if you come from really horrible backgrounds, you have to act like you didn't come from those backgrounds. You have to act like you are untainted. For some of y'all, there's a reason for this. And it will ring true to you. If this is your message, you will understand why. You will know why. I've spoken about in the past, in some of my readings, that childlike sense of wonder, where everything is just new and exciting and awesome, and they don't let fear stop them. That's one of the things that you need to harness. Or if you have been harnessing that, continue to do that, because it is extremely powerful for you. You are worthy of unconditional love. You are worthy of looking at yourself as though you are great, as though you are powerful, as though you are lovable, as though you are worthy. You are. That's not a trick you're telling yourself. That's what the divine, that's what the universe needs you to know at this time. There's nothing wrong with wanting to care for yourself, wanting to look out for yourself, wanting to make sure that you are protected, that you are doing what's best for you, doing what's best to keep you able to prosper, in the ways that you were always divinely meant to prosper. You're you guys may have some sort of superpowers of some sort. And you may have been conditioned in the past to believe that in order to be loved, you needed to hide these superpowers, or that you needed to not tap more into them. It's because people are responding to you with selfish intentions, even some evil intentions. They can see where you will be at when you tap more into your superpowers, or when you express them more. But again, as I said earlier, you cannot be stupid about it either. All right? You have to be aware that there are people out there who may not like you tapping into those superpowers, or who may not like what you gain from doing so, because they may not have tapped into theirs, they may not have any, or they may be envious of the ones that you have, even if they have some. So you do need to be careful about how you go about expressing your superpowers and tapping into them, and who you do that around, and who you show certain things, and who you tell certain things. But you don't want to shy away from them. You may have been convinced as a young child that it's like others seen this in you. They knew since you were young, whether it be your peers, your family, your school system, whoever, whatever. They knew that there was something very special about you. They've known this for a long time, some of these people. Okay? They were hoping you didn't know it, though. And so it's almost like when you would express these superpowers or these gifts, these abilities that you have, they would ignore them. Or they would be like, oh, no, you're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. Or when you try to show them certain stuff, they act like they don't see it. Or when you would express it, they would withhold their love from you. For whatever the reason is. You have discovered this recently, or you've realized this recently. You know what is up. Someone was hoping you never found out something. Dealing with most likely your courage, your endurance, and your ability to give yourself and others unconditional love. It's like when you're operating out of unconditional love, you may have some sort of ability to do things that are powerful. Someone could have discovered this about you, or they know how powerful your unconditional love is. They may be selfish and want you to only give it to them. They may feel like you're going to run out of it or something. You're not. Because you were gifted with that ability. That is something the divine put into you, and it's unlimited. It's never going to run out. Certain individuals may try to do things to make you not want to act out of those states of unconditional love. Some of you all, somebody is hoping that you forgive them for something that they did to you. They may have betrayed you. Possibly out of selfishness. They're hoping that you will forgive them. They could be realizing that some sort of karma. You could have warned them about something too. You could have warned them about how divinely protected you are, how divinely, how divinely protected you are. You could have warned them about it. They thought you were bullshitting. They thought that you weren't legit, or you weren't serious, or you were just being narcissistic, smelling yourself kind of thing. Like, you may have left that individual or walked away from them or stopped dealing with them or something, and now there is something has awakened in them, or something has showed them that was the wrong thing for them to do. It's to do what they did to you. They could have been trying to essentially play off of your unconditional love for them. They could have been doing things because they knew that you would forgive them, or that you wouldn't walk away from them, or that Yeah, this definitely has something to do with you expressing yourself, expressing your powers, your gifts, your abilities. It's like you could have been dealing with individuals who you may have trusted at one point. You trusted their opinion, you trusted their perspectives on things, you trusted their views or how they saw stuff. And it's like you could have asked them for some sort of advice, or you could have been relying on something with them, and they could have been telling you the wrong thing. Like, for instance, you could have been asking them if you should invest in something. They knew you shouldn't invest in it, but they told you that you should. Or they knew that you shouldn't do something, but they told you that you should. They did it on purpose, okay? In hopes that you wouldn't be able to access these superpowers that you have, or so that you wouldn't be able to express those superpowers, or so that you wouldn't be able to feel comfortable in your own energy, in your own essence. But the divine made it work out regardless. The divine fixed it. And that's what somebody could be realizing, that no matter what they do to you, or what kind of games they play, or how they betray you, the divine is always going to protect you. The divine is always going to make the situation right. Some of you all, when you were younger, or when you were in certain situations, you felt uncomfortable expressing yourself because either you were programmed not to, okay? So when you start to do things that go against what somebody expects of you, you may feel weird about it, and you're being told to break out of that. Get out of that. Allow yourself to express yourself the way you're meant to express yourself. If that means saying no to somebody who in the past you would have never said no to, that's what the fuck it means. Say no to them. Put your foot down. Put rules, regulations, and boundaries on these people. Because maybe in the past you didn't have any. Because you felt like then that means you don't love them if you're putting rules, regulations, boundaries, restrictions on them. Or you were scared that they may think that you don't care about them, or that you don't value them. And it's like, no. When people are trying to play you like you're stupid, when they're trying to keep you from behaving and existing in the ways that you were always divinely meant to behave and exist in, when they're trying to hoard your power, your abilities, your gifts for themselves and only for themselves, when it's meant for you to give to the world, when they're doing stuff like that, even if you don't put the rules, regulations, and boundaries up on them, the divine is going to. They didn't create you. They didn't design you. The divine did. And that's where a lot of people, I'm sensing strongly, people who feel like they own you. They feel like they own you. They don't own you. They were a channel. So again, for some of y'all, this is people who feel like because maybe they brought you into this world or whatever the case may be, that they own you. They don't own you. They would have never been able to do that without the divine creating you. Let's say this is something to do with like maybe a persona. Maybe there's a persona. Wow. Maybe there's a persona. Okay? Some kind of characteristic about you. Some type of, maybe some type of confidence that you have. They feel like they're the reason why you are like that. Little do they know it was the divine that influenced them. If they had anything to do with it, it was the divine that influenced them to do what the fuck they did to help you get to where you are. They were the channel. So it's like somebody feels like they own you. They own you, or they're trying to own you. They want control over you. They want to dictate who you give your love to, who you share your love with, who you express yourself with. Now, this is the thing. There may be people who are genuinely doing this out of love for you. They care for you. Okay? And they could be trying to help lead you down a better path. I'm not speaking about those kinds of people. I'm speaking about people who are doing stuff for like egotistical, completely selfish, evil reasons as to why they're trying to manipulate you, control you, or direct you, or do whatever the fuck they're doing to try to keep you from expressing these superpowers that you have, or from tapping further into them, or from being who you truly want to be. I see a powerful union of some sort. Someone wants to join you. Someone wants to be with you. Someone sees the value in you. Someone wants to give you and show you the unconditional love that you were always meant to be given. It's like people want you to feel like you're not worthy of friends. You're not worthy of supporters. You're not worthy of love. You're not worthy of power, affection, attention. Either because they want to feel like they're the only one, like they want you to think that all you have is them to rely on, or to look forward to, or something, y'all. You may have realized that someone might be the only person that you have, that you have to that you can really trust, or you can really see is for you, or whatever the case may be. You may be finding a place that you could feel, that you could call home, or friends, a social circle, or something that you can feel like you're able to unconditionally love. You're able to really feel comfortable in that peace, and you can feel like people really see you for who you really are, for what you really are. You may have dealt with a lot of people misunderstanding you, judging you in the wrong ways. Thinking that you weren't worthy or that you weren't valuable because of however you expressed yourself, or however that you moved throughout the world and situations. It's time for you to make your mark in this world. It's time for you to stop hiding and stop hoarding the power that you have, the greatness that you have, the love that you have, the knowledge that you have, the wisdom that you have, the success that you have. But again, you have to be smart about how you move forward when expressing that power that you have, that success that you have, that prosperity that you have. Continue to be thankful for everything that you have in your life, even the enemies, because even when you have enemies, it says something. Somebody ain't gonna be your enemy if you have nothing to that they feel is worth a fuck to be an enemy against. If you ain't have some sort of superpower, some sort of gifts or abilities, they probably wouldn't even give a fuck about you. But they see something in you that they feel some type of way about. That's proof that you are worthy. Now, don't get me wrong. Some people have enemies because they're fucked up. Because they're messed up. But that's not your case, okay? Give thanks for everything that you have, everything that you do, all of the abilities. You may be a very grateful and thankful person. That's why the divine wants to pour into you. It's almost like this entity or these beings or something don't want you to act out of that state, those states of gratefulness, gratitude, unconditional love, seeing all the wonderful things that you have in your life so that you could continue to attract more. You may even have individuals that don't want you using your powers for good. They want you using your powers for evil. They want you to hoard your powers because possibly they know that the divine gets angry when you hoard your gifts and abilities, when you don't share, when you don't love. Make sure that the things that you're focusing on are the things that you want to focus on, not the things that people are trying to influence you to focus on. Okay? Unless you really trust those individuals, unless you really know that those individuals are for your highest good and for your highest benefit. There are people who see the value in you, who see the worth in you, who unconditionally love you, who really support you, who are really looking out for you. And some of y'all, this may be something new. This may be a new feeling because you're so used to in the past people fucking you over or people having ulterior motives and rhymes and reasons as to why they want to be your friend, or as to why they want to support you, as to why they want to look out for you, or whatever the case may be. It's like you're finally attracting those who are coming from the same standpoint and perspective that you're coming from. They love just to love just like you. And they know, they can see what you have gone through or what you have dealt with. And they know it's your time. It's time for you to take it to the next level. It's time for you to begin your empire. There are many people who are grateful for you, who are thankful for you. Don't ever let the tricks and schemes and scams of the devil make you fall into their illusions. Because that's what it is. It's an illusion that someone's trying to work on you. But it's failing. Their illusions have failed. If they wanted you to not see how powerful, how valuable, how great you are, if they wanted you to see that, they're failing. And they will always fail at it. If they're trying to keep you from fulfilling these divine missions that you have, they will always fail at it. If they're trying to keep you from sharing your unconditional love with the world, they will always fail at that. You have the courage that you need and the endurance that you need. You are extremely gifted. You are a powerful creator. You could be meant to create something, to design something that is going to be extremely powerful. It could be that someone knows how powerful this creative divine gift that you have is, and they don't want you utilizing it. They don't want you to prosper from it. But it doesn't matter what the fuck they want. The divine is going to make it happen one way or another. Okay? I do see a special relationship forming. This may have something to do with you and the divine and the universe. You may have formed a special union or special relationship with the divine, with the universe, with yourself, maybe with others who are who value you. Okay? They may have been trying to analyze to see if you were worth it, to see if you were valuable for them to support you, or for them to want to move forward with you. Okay? Try not to take it the wrong way. All right? They may have been trying to see if you had different perspectives than them. They could have been trying to really analyze what experiences you may have had in the past. Or like I said, somebody sees what you have gone through. They see all of the things that people have done to you. And they know that you're worthy. They know that you are meant to be in more powerful or prominent positions. That you are meant to do something extremely worthy in this world. They're very inspired by you as well. They could be inspired by your courage, by your endurance, by your resilience. Okay, you're very resilient. Your determination. Your determination and your resilience could be a form of a superpower. Wow. Someone could have been studying this about you. How powerful your resilience and your determination is. Don't never for once think that people don't see the worth and value in you, because they do. And if they don't, that's their problem, not yours. Don't worry about these people who can't see the value in you. Don't worry about them. Okay? Because there are people who do, or who will. Never give up your gifts and your abilities to create. that spark within yourself, that childlike sense of wonder, that childlike sense of fearlessness, of determination and resilience. Never give that up. Don't ever think that you aren't worth a fuck in this world, or worth great things, or worth prosperity, divine protection, divine love, divine gifts. That's not a mistake. That you have this, that you have this power, these gifts, this ability, whatever it is. That wasn't a mistake. The divine intentionally created you with that. The divine intentionally gifted you with that. This is not something random that occurred to you. You have to know that. You have to know that you are a part of the divine plan. Okay? It looks like for some of you all, if you have some sort of enemies, they could be trying to make peace with you, or they could be wanting peace with you. Something is going to make you feel very comforted, very at peace with yourself, with your ability to move forward, with your abilities to express yourself, or with expressing yourself. You need to be comfortable with expressing yourself, or if you have become comfortable with it, do not let anything disturb that. If you've been having difficulties with a union of some sort, if you've been having difficulties with relationships with others, with coming together in union with others, etc., that's going to be ending those difficulties that you could have been experiencing. Someone wants a truce with you. They no longer want to be your enemy anymore. Okay? They realize they fucked with the right one. The right one. Okay? Because they see that they can't bully you. They see that they can't block you. They can't stop you. They're wasting their time and their fucking energy trying to stop you and block you from what you were divinely meant to do, from tapping into these superpowers, these super gifts and abilities that you have. Continue to be courageous, y'all. Okay? Continue to believe in yourself and what you believe in, what you know to be true. You may be a prophet. You may have been meant to be a prophet. Someone could be realizing this. They could have thought that you were lying. That you know what the fuck you were talking about. Continue to show affection for yourself and for those who you know are worthy of the unconditional love that you have to give. Okay? Continue to be grateful and thankful to the divine for these gifts and these abilities that you have by using them. Okay? You are gracefully navigating some sort of major transition that is occurring in your life, and you have generated a powerful amount of good karma for yourself. Beautiful karma. Have the confidence to keep climbing to the top. Have the confidence to keep doing great things, y'all. And with that being said, I love y'all. I wish y'all the best with this situation. And I will see you soon.